Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. Okay, I'm getting kind of a late start on this vlog, and it's already starting to get dark outside, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to vlog tonight. I was gonna vlog inside, but the dogs are sleeping, and if I start vlogging inside, then they'll get up and they'll be running around and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let them sleep for a little bit. I'm gonna come out here, but it's already getting really, really dark. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this, which is kind of a problem because tomorrow I'll vlog, and I'll probably vlog earlier, but tomorrow we're leaving here at like 5 o'clock to go to Caroline's house for Halloween. So I have to have my vlog done, rendered, and uploading while I'm gone. We won't be gone too long, so I'll be home in time to be able to upload the vlog or post the vlog. But anyway, but I also have to run some errands tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to film other videos and my vlog. I'm gonna have to get up earlier tomorrow, which I didn't really want to do. Alex is like, earlier today, he's like, I'm so excited. I don't have my meetings on Friday, so I can just relax all day. He was like, you have some errands to run, right? And I was like, yeah. One of the errands is I want to go by Taylor's Bakery to get something, or somewhere, to get something to take to Caroline's house. And he was like, well, do you want to just do that on the way to Caroline's? And I said, I don't think Taylor's Bakery is open that late. And so he said, okay. I said, well, I would rather get that stuff done early and then just, you know, come home, film my videos and all that kind of stuff. He's like, that's fine. So he's going to be able to relax all day tomorrow. So I don't know, we might watch some movies tomorrow. I might film like 2 or 3 videos and a vlog. We'll just kind of have to see how tomorrow goes. But then Saturday, we have his friend's wedding, which he's at the dinner for tonight. We have his friend's wedding, and the wedding he thought started at 5, but the wedding starts at 4. And he said we don't have to get there early, but we need to get there by like 3:30, which means we have to leave here at 3. Which means I have to shower, be in a suit and tie by 3 o'clock. Have my vlog, because the wedding's at 4. So the reception, I think, starts at 6 or 6:30. I mean, I'm not going to be home in time to vlog and upload the vlog. So it's got to be uploading while I'm gone. I don't even know what time I'm going to get home from the wedding. So I have to get all that done before 2:30 before I get in the shower. So that's Saturday. And then Sunday is my nephew's birthday party, which is at like a basketball place. They like rented out all these courts to play basketball at. I don't know, it's some like inside basketball place. So that's like later in the day, which Alex will want to do brunch first. So he'll probably be like, why don't we just go to brunch and then we can go right over to Carlitos' birthday, which is fine, but like that's from like 4 to 6, and they said, and everybody can come out back to the house afterwards and hang out, which I want to do. But so I don't know, I might have to take one of the days off this weekend and not vlog. It's been a long time since I haven't vlogged, but tonight I was like, okay, but I don't want to take 3 days off in a row and not vlog. I've got a lot going on. This is one of the reasons why I opted out of the dinner tonight, because I was like, okay, and I didn't even know that we had the birthday party on Sunday. I mean, I knew it was Carlitos' birthday, but I didn't know that we had the birthday party on Sunday, because they kind of planned that last minute. So now I'm really happy that I opted out of this dinner tonight. So anyway, Alex was going to come home and hang out here, because the dinner's at like 7:30. So he was going to come home and relax, and then go over to his friend's house, and the two of them were going to the dinner together. But he texted me like when he got done with work a little bit later, and he got done at like 5:30. So he said, I think I'm just going to go to her house now and hang out there, because she just got a new house. And that's whose house he was supposed to go to last night, but all the plans got changed. So he said, I think I'm going to go hang out at her house and just wait there until we go, because he's like, I don't want to come all the way home and go back. He's like, do you care? I was like, no, not at all. I was like filming video after video today, because I was like, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film. I'm going to try to film each of the days this weekend, but I may end up not being able to film anything at all, not even a vlog, but I will film at least. I don't want to put up like a 15-minute vlog. This is the thing. If I put up a 15-minute vlog, a couple people will be like, I really wish this vlog was longer. I wish it was too. I wish I could do hour-and-a-half long vlogs every day. I'm struggling. The last 2 days, I have filmed 8 videos each day. I've filmed 16 videos in 2 days. I have filmed a video on every single one of my channels for the last 2 days. I have really, really filmed a lot of videos this month. And I've had so much fun doing it. It's not that. I mean, like, tonight's perfect because I'm not going to this dinner. Alex isn't going to be home anytime soon. The problem is just the lighting factor is what the problem is. If it starts getting dark, then you guys won't be able to see me. And I still have this citronella candle from the summer out here that actually was my Aunt Kathy's. So I was going to burn this out here, but I was like, that's not going to give me enough light. If it gets dark, I'll just move over that chair and I'll turn on the light and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I've just been in such a good mood the last 2 days. I felt really, I wouldn't say I was necessarily in a good mood. Yesterday was hard. Last night was hard because Alex and I, like I said to him, we talked a lot about Boo last night. But physically and emotionally, I felt pretty good the last 2 days. Like, especially when I've gotten into filming. I've just had such a fun time filming the last 2 days. So I've just been kind of on a roll. And right now I'm like in a really good space. I feel really, really good. So, yeah, so like tonight is like a non-issue because he won't probably be home till the dinner's at 7:30. Their dinners go so long. So he probably, well, actually, this couple that's getting married, it's kind of funny because they're usually the ones that leave first from everywhere. So I have a feeling like this dinner probably won't go super long and stuff like that. But anyway, let's do a little time and temperature check. It is currently 6:31 p.m. on this very, very fall evening. And the temperature is, I have shorts on, and I have these sandals, which I have my Ugg boots on to take this walk outside. And the dogs found my sandals, and they thought that was hilarious. And so, but it doesn't feel super cold. It's actually 57, and it says sunny. I don't know if I don't know if the Weather Channel realizes the sun is going down. Let's look and see when the sunset is. Indianapolis sunset time. The table, my old table is wobbling. Indianapolis, sunset, time today, 6:45. Oh shoot, I've got 13 minutes until the sun sets. Well, hopefully I can go a little bit longer than that. I mean, I can move inside if I have to, and the dogs will just run around and stuff like that. But they like, when I'm sitting at the table, they like run all over the place and whatever. So, and I just made a cup of coffee. Okay, so let's do a quick run through of what Peter has accomplished today as far as videos, in case you want to go watch my other videos. Okay, just made this cup of coffee in my Peanuts Christmas cup. I can't remember where I got, oh, LL Bean. I was like, where did I get this cup? LL Bean. Ordered it online. I actually, last night, I got online and I ordered, I don't know why I didn't remember this last night, I just remembered it right now. I ordered this red plaid corksicle cup. But you know what I just remembered? I have a red plaid corksicle cup already. I hope it's not the exact same cup. And then that one was kind of expensive. It was like 30 something. But I was like, Saturday's Christmas, I want Christmas cups. So then I ordered another Christmas cup. It wasn't corksicle. I think it was maybe that Swig Life brand, but it was cheap. It was like $12.99. Both of them are like the tall plastic ones that because I really like those like metal, like, you know, tumbler cups and whatever. Like I have the recovery one, the sober one. I really like those. That one I use like every single night. I like the metal cups. So I ordered 2 metal cups last night for Christmas. I was like, don't go overboard. You don't need 6 cups. But anyway, okay, these are my videos. So today I did on my drama video. You have to go watch it. It's kind of a surprise video. And then last night I watched it came out at 3 o'clock in the morning, Eileen, Queen of the Serial Killers, this documentary about Eileen Wuornos. So I did my reaction and review to that on my Peter Watches TV channel. Last night I also watched the Hallmark movie, Haul Out the Halloween, starring Lacey Chabert. So I did my review and reaction to that on my movie channel. I did a Peterisms video talking about self-worth and self-value. I did a booktube video announcing for the Cozy Mystery Book Club, the book series for November. I reviewed Something Christmas on my review channel. I'm trying to kind of keep it ambiguous so you guys can go over it in vague, so you can go over there and see what the videos are. And then my vlog, drama, Peterisms review. Oh, my Peter Does Stuff video. I took a walk around the neighborhood and looked at the trees and stuff like that. It was kind of fun. That was the last video that I did for the day. I try to like plan it out in my head. Like, okay, like the timing wise, like, okay, this is going to sound silly. Well, probably not. It'll probably make sense to some people. I like to do my review video last. It didn't matter today because I was going to walk around the neighborhood. So I knew that while the other videos were uploading, I could walk around the neighborhood and that would be like, I feel like I've talked so much, I'm starting to lose my voice. But I was like, I can walk around the neighborhood while my other videos are uploading. My drama video is still uploading right now. I think I posted 3 of them. My drama video is uploading, and I still have 2 videos. I have my review video and my Peter Does Stuff video, The Walk, to still upload. So I've still got to upload videos when I get done with the vlog. But I was like, if I don't get out here now, it's going to be so dark, you know? So anyway, I like to do my review videos last. So this is kind of how it used to go. So back in the day, okay, my BookTube channel and my Peterisms channel, I would always film those videos last because it was like, those were kind of the least viewed videos. And so I was like, well, those seem to be the videos that people are least interested in. Why do I feel like this is crooked? Hold on a second. Let me turn this around. Oh, it's really tight. Okay. The top part of it is really tight, but I feel like it's kind of crooked. Okay. The legs are not tight, but the top is really tight. So back in the day when I would film my videos, I know this is so boring, but anyway, it's what I'm talking about. I would film my Peterisms and my BookTube videos last because those were the ones that didn't get a lot of views on it. And so I was like, well, those are the ones that people are least interested in. So if I got to those, like if I had enough time to film videos, then I would film like on those channels. But recently, in the last month or 2, I have started with my Peterisms videos when I get a chance to. The other day I didn't start with one, but like, because it was like the last video of the day. But I've been trying to start with my Peterisms videos because typically over there I'm talking about lessons in life and things like that. It kind of gets me centered a little bit for the rest of the day. So like today I started with my Peterisms videos and then I went right into my BookTube videos. I've actually been filming on my Peterisms videos and my BookTube videos first, which is why I've been filming a lot more on my BookTube channel and my Peterisms channel. I've been really, the Peterisms channel I love. I mean, I love all my channels for different reasons, but it's like when people ask you, like, friends-wise, you know, you have, like, the fun friend, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, the friend that's, like, you know, you don't talk to very often, but nothing changes. It's like, my channels are kind of like that for me. I like, my review channel is just flat out. It's, like, funny and hilarious and things like that. I have been having so much fun on my BookTube channel lately. Like, started this Cozy Mystery Book Club. Nikki and I are going to do this Christmas read-along, where we've got like 3 advent calendar books. One's a thriller. I think 2 of them are romances and one's a thriller. We might even have 4, depending on what comes out here soon. And then we're going to pick like 3 or 4 other thrillers. She's going through her books today. Who is texting me? My husband's texting me. He's at his friend's house sending me pictures of her new house. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. He's wanting me to send him a picture inside of something that I said he could give away to his friends. So, what was I going to say? It's the London Fog Nespresso things. I can't find anybody that wants some. Well, okay, so I bought these London Fog Nespresso pods thinking they were K-pods. I swore when I ordered them online they were K-pods. They're not. They're Nespresso pods. And I can't use them because I don't have an Nespresso machine. And I do not need to convince myself that I need an Nespresso machine. Because this is how I think, right? Well, you bought the London Fog pods. You've kind of looked at an espresso machine, so you should just get an espresso machine. I've got a Keurig. I don't need an espresso. And I know people swear by Nespressos. But, like, I asked a couple people, and people, like, even people that had them were like, I probably wouldn't drink that. So Alex is going to ask some of his friends tonight. But anyway, I thought I had somebody to give it away to, and then they were like, they didn't want it. And then the next person, it was just, anyway. So the London Fog Nespresso pods have been like, so I was like, do you have anybody that you know that might want these? So anyway, because I thought I had them given away, and then they were like, no, I don't think I'm interested. Anyway, a lot more people have Nespresso machines, though, than I thought. So I don't know, when I say this, I know people that have Nespresso. I only want to hear from people that have Nespresso machines and Keurigs. Do I need an espresso machine? Because if you tell me tonight that I do, then I'm going to keep the pods and I'm going to get an espresso machine. I don't even know that we have the counter space for it. Did I show you guys what I bought? Okay. So I have not heard any more from the mouse in the kitchen that likes the K-pods, but can I show you? Did I show this to you guys already? Okay. I'm going to show you what I bought. Where is it at? I sent a picture to Nikki and Caroline. Hold on a second. Where is it at? Okay, so I thought, did I show you guys this? Because I thought Alex would be like, that is tacky, I don't like it. But he actually likes it. So I bought this like wood drawer thing. Do you see it has 2 drawers in it? And you put the coffee pods in it. Here, I'll show you because I have the coffee pods. Also, I like this sweatshirt and the sweater a lot. I'm looking at this. Okay, but look, I have all my K-pods in there. It's really fantastic. The only problem is, oh, I did talk about this over here, I think, is that it like, where our cabinet comes, it's like, there's like this much room between the Keurig and the cabinet, so I have to pull the whole thing out to make a cup of coffee, but it takes like 2 seconds. So anyway, do I need an espresso machine? I can't believe I made so many, I'm kind of talked out. In all honesty, like, halfway through the day today, I was like talking to one of my neighbors, and I just kind of was like, I like started walking inside, and I was like I almost couldn't talk anymore. But I wanted to make videos on all my channels again today. Oh, this is what I was going to say earlier. So I've been like taking the dogs out and stuff in between my videos, and I have these shorts on with this coat, and I have the sandals on. But some of the times I would have my Ugg boots on when I would like, you know, take them through the leaves and stuff like that. 2 of my neighbors have come out here today and been like, are you not aware that it's winter yet? Oh, there's the World Travelers. They're like, are you not aware it's winter yet? And you have like shorts on and Ugg boots. I'm like, it's not winter yet. They're like, no, it's like cold outside. My neighbor, pool crew lady number 2, she was like, she pulled up, I had the dogs out, and I had these sandals on and stuff, and she tries to be so sarcastic. She's like, did anybody tell you that it's winter outside? I looked at her, I go, just shut up. She started laughing at me. I was like, just shut up. So anyway, I ran into all my neighbors today. Saw the gardener. They closed their garage doors early. He was outside doing some yard work. The World Travelers just came home. I was talking to Laura today. It was so funny because these guys came to deliver these windows. I was outside with the dogs yesterday, and this big truck pulled up. The guys were really, really nice. And they're like, yeah, we're delivering these windows. Is somebody like getting all of their windows redone? And I was like, I was thinking like our patio windows. I thought, well, maybe they're delivering the patio window for when they're going to install it. What did he text me back? Hold on a second. I left the kitchen light on. He said whenever. So this truck pulls up, like this warehouse truck, and they're like delivering these windows. But it wasn't like patio windows. It was like side windows. So they had Laura's address. And so he was like, she was working. And so she wasn't answering the door. And so, because she thought it was just like a delivery or something. And so I said, well, she's home. Do you want me to text her? And he's like, you don't need to. And he was like, I said, do you have the name on the form? He didn't have the name of who ordered it. He had a picture of, but he didn't bring the picture out till later. He had the picture of like the driveway of where the windows were going, but he didn't have a name. He just had the order slip and the address. We had Laura's address. So finally Laura comes out and she's like, what's going on? And I was like, are you getting your windows done? And she's like, no. This is so funny because of what happened today. So she was like, no. She's like, I've been wanting to. And I go, okay, but somebody's getting their windows done. Well, because our neighbors across the street, their condo is done. Like, it's done. Like, they're ready to move in. So I was like, well, maybe it's them. And Laura was like, no, their windows are already been done. Like, that was like one of the first things they did. And I said, well, who is it for? So he pulls out the picture, and we're like, oh, it's the neighbor 2 down from us, because we saw her car, like, in the driveway. We're like, oh, it's her. So we, like, sent him down there. Super nice guy. So anyway, today I'm taking the dogs out, and Laura's out there with this guy, and she, like, introduces me to him, and she's like, yeah, she's like, he came out here to evaluate my windows. And I go, what? I felt like, am I, like, losing my mind a little bit? And because, like, we were talking about windows yesterday. She's like, yeah, I've been thinking about, like, redoing my windows. And then yesterday when the windows were delivered, I felt like that was, like, a sign maybe. And she was like, so he's coming out here to, like, evaluate my windows, like, which windows I need to get done. We need our windows. Like, these windows are literally from 1980 when the condo was built. Like, we need new windows like nobody's business. This door over here, I was standing... So I was cleaning something up around, like, this table in here. I was, like, cleaning up because I keep all the dog treats on it. And, like, all the lights were off. And I looked, and light was coming through our front door. And I got, like, way down. And, like, this door, we need this whole thing all replaced. Which they told us that to have this, not just the glass door. Okay, the glass door, I know a lot of people are like, they don't realize this is a glass door. Do you see, like, this is a glass door, okay, with metal around it. The inside door, okay, which is like part of the house, which that's our responsibility because it's considered part of the outside of the house, just like the patio door. So when the patio door people were here, we asked them if they could look at this door because we need a new metal door. They said, well, you can, but the fitting won't be exact unless you order a new front door and a new metal glass door as well. And you, like my mom in the basement has like the screen that you could put a screen in there or you could put like a glass door. So she has a screen door in the basement. We need brand new of both, okay? So the first guy that looked at it was like, I don't know. And then there was this gal that came out here and she was really friendly. She's like, do you want me to give you a quote on it? And I was like, I mean, can you just estimate it? She's like, yeah, you're probably talking about like 4 to 5. And I said, 4 to 5,000? She goes, oh yeah, for a new front door and a glass door. I was like, oh. I said, why is our patio less than that? And, or like about the same amount of money as that. I think our patio is a little bit more than that. But I was like, why is it about the same price? And she's like, because you have to come and fit it and blah, 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 whatever. And so anyway, but I was looking at it the other day, like, because the light was coming out from under the door. And I was like, the only light I had on was the light up here, but it's real bright. And I was like, there is like air from outside is getting into our condo because it's so cold. I mean, or because the door is so old that it's like, I don't know, but the plastic stuff has come up on it. We need everything new in this condo. I need to win the lottery so that we can just redo the whole condo all at once. I feel like everything from the basement, oh my God. Like people are like, I can't believe you guys haven't redone the basement yet. Do you have 100,000 that you could just hand us and gift us? I would love to get the basement done tomorrow. The basement is ready to be done, okay? But we have to get drywall down there done. We have to have a bathroom put in there. We have to have it all like put up. I mean, we have flooring we have to go down. And that basement, a basic remodel on that basement, I think they told us between 60 and 80. So I don't have that kind of money just sitting around for a remodel in the basement, you know? So, I don't know. But we need to get this condo done. That's what I know. We need to start getting some stuff done. And then the curtains that we have on the patio door. Oh, we got to order curtains too. So the curtains that we have on the patio doors, we were going to get blinds. And then we looked at them and we're like, no, let's just get curtains. The curtains that we have on the patio doors are so old. They're from the house that I grew up in and my mom brought them here. So like for the last 2 years, we've been like, let's get new furniture in the living room. I'm glad we didn't. We were going to get the chair that I used to film it in there. We were like, let's get a new chair. Alex was like, if you want to or not. So I was looking at chairs and ottomans, crazy. I think I talked about it over here too. And I was like, okay, we need a new chair and ottoman. But Boo would like dig in the chair and stuff like that. And so this is getting really dark, I can tell. And so I was like, well, we'll just wait until Boo's not here anymore because we didn't know. Like, it could be a year, it could be 5 years, whatever. This is before he got sick. So I was like, when Boo's no longer here, then we'll get a new chair in the living room. We're not going to worry about it. We had talked about getting new curtains. The curtains aren't that expensive, the ones that we looked at. I mean, they're not that bad. Because you can just like order basic curtains and get like 3 panels of them and it's fine. So I'm glad I did not get a new chair because Otis and Walter, they dig in the chair and they also like chew on, like when they're laying up there, they chew on the edge of it sometimes. And so until they're past the teething point, we're not getting a new chair and ottoman in there. But we do need new curtains. Okay, well, today I came in the living room. I literally been out of the living room like 5 minutes and there's like backing on the curtains that's like old. It's like this old like just like white fabric that backs the curtains and it's like some of it's loose. It's just ratty looking. It's just like it's just nasty looking. It's just like falling apart. It's like, anyway, so they like got it and like tore it up into all these little pieces. Otis was looking at me and he was like, I was like, oh my God. I'm like picking up all this stuff out of their beds and whatever, and he just thought it was the funniest thing. We need new curtains like nobody's business. Okay, we've got to get on that because the patio doors, when the patio's door, I mean, they're going to just pull down the curtains. Like, we've got to have all that stuff off there. So when the patio doors are there, we're going to have no coverage over, like, unless we get curtains. So we've got to get on that. We've got to talk about that this weekend because we've got to order some curtains online so we can have the curtains done. So yeah, because next week is when the patio doors are coming. I cannot believe that's next week. Alex scheduled the whole day and everything like that. So we're going to new patio doors. And then the dogs can go out back and they can run around and stuff like that out back, which will be great. So yeah, that's happening. But anyway, so tonight, when I get done with my vlog, I know to you guys it probably doesn't look dark unless, is it like out of focus? I notice that sometimes when it gets dark, it gets out of focus. Tonight when I get done vlogging, I am going to go inside. It's so interesting. I don't hear them at all. When I film videos during the day, they either go down to their house or they lay on the landing. It's so weird. Like Boo would just lay next to me when I was filming. Like, it's so funny when I film in the house, like when Alex is here. I know when I say this, people, I'm not talking about my drama videos. I'm not talking about me just sitting out here talking, okay? But like, Alex will say, like, if I'm filming downstairs and he's upstairs in bed, he's like, your voice is soothing to fall asleep to. I can't really explain it. I'm like, my voice is not soothing. I do not have a soothing voice. I know some people have said that, but I just don't. I know I don't, right? And so, but anyway, it's so cute because I'll get done filming a video and I'll come outside and they're like on the landing asleep. Or I'll come out there and I'll be like, where are they? And I'll walk all the way down to the basement and they're like asleep in their house. They like fall asleep to my voice now. It's real sweet. But I don't hear them in there. When they get up, they like chase each other and run around. Like you can hear them like running around. Like even if you were standing out here, you could hear them running around. Yeah, they must be asleep. I don't hear them. After dinner, I take them outside for like a pretty like lengthy period of time. And then after that, they kind of crash out. They're kind of like ready to sleep for a couple hours. That's what I was talking to Tanya about the other day. And she was like, puppies play hard and they sleep hard. They do. Like, I mean, they're super tired. They get super tired a couple times a day. Like when I take a nap at night, they're always tired. So when I get done here with this and I go inside and I render this, and then while I'm rendering this, I will post my other, I think 4 videos I still have to post. 2 I still have to upload. So I'll have to upload those. That'll probably take me an hour. Alex isn't going to be home until later tonight, so I will walk. I'll just have to walk in the dark tonight. And I probably won't walk as long since I'll be leaving at the dark. I'll probably walk about an hour. An hour and a half. Like, I've been walking like an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. It's funny when like people are like, how do you walk 2 hours? Most people that I talk to in this neighborhood, like they walk every day, like twice a day for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Like, and I know that they don't, maybe like they're all retired, they don't have a lot more to do, but like once you get started walking and you walk through a neighborhood, an hour and a half goes pretty quickly. It really, really does. So I will tell you one thing that's interesting though about my walks is that I can tell that I'm walking faster now because like 20 minutes before, like 20 or 30 minutes before, like there's certain paths I usually go. Lately, I haven't been doing this actually. You know how I've talked about like sometimes I'll go down here and then go back there. Sometimes I haven't been doing that lately. I've been like going to the end of a street and then once I get there, just kind of being like left or right, like next, right? Like I used to have like kind of routes that I would take, or routes, whatever you say. I would have like routes that I would take and then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go this way tonight into this neighborhood. I don't really do that as much anymore now. I just kind of get to a street and then I'm like, okay, let's go this way or let's go that way. Or I want to see this down here or whatever, you know? Like Halloween decorations and stuff. So I'll walk down that way and then when I get down there, I'll be like, okay, let's circle back around or let's go up there. Sometimes it has to do with like the street too. Like when you go out of our neighborhood, the street is like an incline. And so like I like to end coming back down the street because it's like a decline. And I feel like that's kind of like, you know, like my cooling down period. And so when I start, like I leave the neighborhood, I like to do on an incline. I like to go up a lot of hills because I feel like I'm getting a better exercise that way. I know, I'm probably not, but I do feel like that. So I kind of picked that as well. But one of the things I noticed is like when I would walk and it would be like 20 or 30 minutes, where I would end up at 20 or 30 minutes is a lot different than where I end up at 20 or 30 minutes now, if that makes sense. Like I could walk around this neighborhood like twice and that would be like 30 or 40 minutes. If I walk around this neighborhood twice now, it's about, now that would be like 30 or 40 minutes. Did I say that? When I would walk around this neighborhood like twice. Like, and I'm talking all the way in and out of everything twice. Like from here in and out all the way back to here. It would take me about 30 or 40, maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Now it takes me about 20, 25 minutes to walk that. So I can tell that my pace is quicker than it used to be. My steps, interestingly enough, they haven't really gone up a whole lot. I also don't keep my phone on me. So I keep my steps on my phone. I don't have like a watch or anything like that. I don't keep my phone on me. Like when I come out here, I bring my phone with me. But like when I'm filming videos in the bedroom, like I keep my phone in the bedroom unless I'm uploading videos on my phone. So I don't carry my phone around with me all day long. So I should probably be able to add like 3,000 more steps to that. I don't really care about the steps anymore. It's interesting, when I started walking, I mean, I look at my steps every once in a while to like see what they are. But when I started walking, I was kind of, the camera stopped. When I started walking, I was kind of consumed with the step number, but I'm not really consumed with that anymore. Like I just, you know, like I look at it because I like to be between like, you know, 10 and 20,000 steps a day. I average about, even with my walk, I would say on a slower day between like 12 and like average about 12 to 15,000 steps a day. Unless I'm with Caroline or something like that, or Alex and I go somewhere, hey, how are you? Unless I go with Caroline or something like that, or Alex somewhere, then it's like progressively more. It's interesting, like even just looking at the days like with Caroline when I'm out just running errands, like just walking through Costco or just walking a grocery store and whatever, versus sitting here all day long and not doing anything. It's like crazy. Like it adds like 2,000 to 3,000, 4,000 steps extra just by being out. I mean, I think that was one of the things, like I was so sedentary for like the last 2-3 years. I was just sitting here. I wasn't doing anything. I was just filming videos. I was hardly ever leaving the house. So anyway, but tonight I'm gonna walk. Somebody just walked by, this couple, and she's like, as she walked by, she kind of was like this. She had a real cozy coat on. I'm gonna walk, and then I'll take a shower, and then I'll eat. And then, by then, Alex will probably be home, and I'll probably take a nap. And then, because tomorrow is Halloween, I would like to watch something Halloween-y tonight. I've got the 31st Trick-or-Treater, but last night I read 2 chapters. I either read 2 chapters, I read yesterday's, and I either read today's chapter or part of today's chapter. I think I only read part of today's chapter. So while the vlog is rendering and I've got the other videos done, I may read that chapter first so I don't read it later tonight. And then I may read the 31st going into tomorrow. I may finish the book tonight. We'll just have to see how it goes. And then I kind of like to watch a scary Halloween movie tonight. I might watch The Terrifier, or I might watch one of the Halloween movies. I haven't really watched Halloween 2. I've watched a little bit of some other ones, but I haven't really watched a lot of the Halloween movies this year from the Halloween franchise. I started last night watching Charlie Brown's It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and I was gonna like review that for my TV channel today, and I got like 10 minutes into it, and I was like, you know, it's interesting because from a nostalgic point of view, there's so many like Christmas and Halloween movies that I have seen so many times. Like, I mean, I know like Bill Cosby is not a great person, but I love the Fat Albert Christmas and Halloween things. I've seen them so many times. I didn't even think about watching it this year. The Garfield's Halloween, I love. Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, I love. Like the Halloween movies, the whole franchise, I've seen them so many times, you know? I still like to have them on in the background. They're cozy for me. I don't even know how to explain it. They just feel cozy for me to have them on in the background. I know they're scary movies, but they do feel cozy to me. It's like in the summer, I like the Jaws movies. But like, I was thinking about this with Christmas movies, because last night I was like, I was going to watch Hocus Pocus, and I was like, I have seen Hocus Pocus so many times. I know, like, for a long time, I would watch, they were comforting to me to watch the same movies over and over and over again for every holiday. Like Smoky Mountain Christmas, I watch every year with Dolly Parton. I love it. I'm going to watch it this year. I'll probably review it for my movie channel. I will probably rewatch some of my favorite Christmas movies and review them for my movie channel this year. Because it's an excuse to do it. But I remember, like, it was like the last time. I'll watch the movie To Kill a Mockingbird many more times in my life, probably. I haven't actually watched it in a long time. But I'll probably watch it many more times in my life. But I remember the last time that I read the book, and I actually listened to it on Audible because Sissy Spacek narrated it. And I love Sissy Spacek. And I wanted to see what she did with the book. And it was interesting because it was almost kind of like my first time reading it. I don't know that I really understood this at the time, but it was like my first time reading it because I'm so used to the narration in the movie that when I listened to it narrated by Sissy Spacek, it was so completely different that, I mean, it was totally her spin on it. It wasn't like you didn't hear it from like Jean Louise Scout's voice. And so, I mean, it was because she's a narrator of To Kill a Mockingbird, but it didn't sound like that coming from Sissy Spacek's voice. I don't know how to explain that. And so I almost kind of heard it in a different way, like I was reading it again for the very first time. But when I got to the end of it, and I remember even saying this, I don't remember how long ago it was, but I remember saying this when I read it that time I listened to it on Audible. I said, this will probably be the last time that I ever read To Kill a Mockingbird. Like, I don't know that I have the need or the desire to read this book again. You know, like, I know everything about it. I've read it. I know the characters inside and out, on and on and on. Doesn't mean I don't love it. It just means I feel like this is going so out of focus because of the lighting. Because I know that, like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is, like, dark out here. So I was like, I don't know that I have, I want to read new books, you know, I want to be exposed to like new books and new stories and things like that. I'm not a big rereader. Every once in a while, if a book like changed me, or like there was this book called Replay, I talked about this not too long ago, that I read like in my early 20s, like after I got sober, and it was about this guy that like dies on page 1. I have the paperback and I actually have it on Audible too. And he like dies on page 1. And then he relives his life over many times, and it's like what he learns each time. I would like to reread that again. You know, a couple years ago, well, it was before the True Crime Book Club, because we read it for Peter's Book Club. The first Peter's Book Club was She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. When I read it in a couple years after I got sober, the book so profoundly changed me and affected me that I was like, I want to read this again, and I read it again. It was completely, it affected me in a different way. Because what I realized the first time that I didn't realize, or what I realized the second time reading it that I didn't realize the first time because I hadn't experienced it, was that it was so much about grief. That the book is so much about grief. And I hadn't experienced that much grief my first time, some, but not as much as when I was an adult. There's this whole family text thread going on about Carlitos' birthday party, and they're like, oh, this is from Caroline. And they're sending all of these pictures of Cruz, my new nephew, Jesse, and Fufu's son, like with these pumpkins and stuff, and they're so cute. I would love to show them to you, but I'm not going to. But they're so cute, and they're so hilarious. But anyway, so anyway, I don't know, like, I'm not a big rereader. And, like, even television shows, like, I thought about, like, I love the Roseanne Halloweens. Maybe I might watch some of those tonight. I don't know, but they just don't hit the same way. I feel like I've kind of gotten to a point in my life where I'm not a big rewatcher of movies, even movies that I love. Like, I think a lot about, like, movies like Out of Africa that my mom loved and I loved, or The Way We Were. Like, unless I was going to sit down and have Alex see some of these movies that he's never seen, which, to be honest with you, I think that Alex would be bored senseless with Out of Africa or The Way We Were. I don't know that I would rewatch them. There's so many movies that I want to see. There's so many TV shows that I want to watch. There's so many books I want to read that I've never read, that I want to read new things. You know, I know it's a comfort thing because I did it for years of like rewatching shows and movies and whatever. But like, so I actually, on my phone, I have a list of Christmas movies that I like to watch like every year. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on a second. I have my notes on Eileen Warnes, the documentary. Christmas movies to review. Let's see what pulls it up. Christmas movie list. Yeah, the first one, Season for Miracles, Smoky Mountain Christmas. And then like I would put like a green check mark next to the ones that I had watched. Christmas Comes to Willow Creek, Box of Delights, Miracle on 34th Street, Elf, Rudolph, Charlie Brown, Fat Albert, Muppets Christmas Carol, Polar Express, A Christmas Carol, Emmett Otter, Home Alone, Grinch, Prancer, Die Hard 1 and 2, and they are Christmas movies. But I have all these on here, Bad Santa, on and on and on, you know? And I'm like, I don't like, some of those I think it would be fun to, like the Die Hards, I would definitely watch again. But like, even Smoky Mountain Christmas, I mean, I'll like last year I had it on. It's just like really, really bad out of focus because it's so dark. I guess I could light a candle and put it behind this, but I don't know. Anyway, do you guys even care that it's out of focus? Should I move to the chair? Well, let me finish this thought and then I'll figure it out. I mean, do you guys want to see it? I don't know if it'll show. See, it doesn't show up dark on camera. No, see, it looks like it's still light outside. But do you guys see there's lights down there? It still looks like it's light outside. You guys, it is like pitch black out here. Like you can see like the kitchen lights on. That's how dark it is. It's so weird that it doesn't show up like that on camera. I don't know why. Well, maybe nobody cares. But I won't have to worry about it the next couple days because I have to vlog so early. But like Smoky Mountain Christmas last year when I watched it, it was also, I would like pull it up on YouTube And then I would just have it on in the background. It wasn't like I was super hyper focused on watching it. I know that movie inside and out, you know? So I would just kind of have it on in the background while I was like doing other stuff. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know, part of me kind of feels sad even saying that and recognizing it, that I'm kind of like, that maybe I don't know, that it's not that I don't want to watch these movies. I don't have necessarily the same desire that I had before to watch the same movies over and over and over again. I don't know. This is getting really dark. It's driving me crazy. I'll be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. I just switched chairs and... Oh, the lighting. Oh, you know what I forgot that I do? Is that I turn the light on in the hallway. That's what I forgot that I do. Well, we'll do that tomorrow. I'll just finish this vlog out. Well, not tomorrow because I'll be filming early, but the hose is under my feet. I want to water the ferns one last time before I bring them in this weekend. They're doing okay. So I think I'm gonna bring the ferns in this weekend, or maybe Monday. Maybe I'll do a video about bringing the ferns in this weekend. But you know, does anybody else feel that way about? It's weird because I don't know. Maybe a lot of it was related to my mom passing, or I mean, I'm still, you guys know, I'm like a hugely nostalgic person. Like, I'm constantly telling stories from my past. I'm constantly, you know, this and that and whatever. I don't know. It's like, and this isn't like just a recent thing. This is something that's kind of been happening over the last, I would say, 2 years, where I'm like, it's very much like with Tanya, when Tanya would say, I want to make new memories. I don't want to just live the same memories over and over and over again. I feel like that. Like, you know what I think part of it too, this is going to sound so silly, but have you guys seen the Christmas movie Single All the Way? It's like these two gay guys. And the one gay guy is from California. Well, he's from like Vermont. And he goes home for Christmas and he takes his roommate. And he says he's like his boyfriend because his family always, Jennifer Coolidge is his aunt. And he says that like, his family always wants him to have a boyfriend. There's like these birds like in the hostas and stuff, and they're like making all these noises. It's kind of like freaking me out a little bit. But anyway, so like he's like, I can't go home for Christmas. He gets dumped right before Christmas. This all happens like the first 10 minutes. So he's like, I can't go home without a boyfriend, so you have to be my boyfriend for Christmas. And so his roommate, who they all love, goes out with him for Christmas. Okay. I love this movie so much. Like, I watched it like 2 years ago, and then I watched it again last year. And, you know, I'm so stuck on, and I'll still watch the old movies, but like, I think I'm kind of at a point like where the Christmas Carol, even like the Pixar version that I love, with Jim Carrey. Do you guys hear these birds out here in the trees and the hostas? Like, I kind of just put it on in the background, and then, like, then I'm kind of like, I'm watching it, but I'm not really watching it. Does that make sense? I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know. I remember when my mom, she was younger than I was. There was this huge spider going down. It's like, it looks like a black widow or something. Oh my Lord. The spider is so scary. Do you guys want to see it? Where is it going? It is so big that I can see it from here, you guys. Is it like coming down on a web or something? Anyway, I'm gonna keep an eye on her. I'm keeping an eye on you, gal. But I remember, like, I don't necessarily feel like this with music. That's interesting. Like, I don't necessarily, like, I was listening to Neil Young yesterday. I don't necessarily feel like that with music. I don't know why, but I remember like talking to my mom one time, and my mom, like, her music taste changed a lot. It was like when I was like in late high school, maybe when I was college, my early 20s, I don't know. She started listening to like, she loved reggae music. One of her friends loved reggae music, and so she would like ask me to make her like tapes of reggae music, and then maybe I was older than that, I don't know. I would make her tapes of like Janet Jackson dance music, and like she loved the band Garbage with Shirley Manson, and she liked just like all this different music. And I remember I said to her something one time about like, you don't ever just listen. She would have been in the house still, so that would have been before I got sober, but I said, you don't just like listen to like folk music anymore. Like my mom, when I was growing up, oh my God, when I was on the lake today taking my walk, there were ducks in the lake. And I could hear the geese earlier in a video, but I don't see them. They haven't come over here to visit me. LaDonna doesn't love me anymore. Where'd that spider go? Do you guys want to see the spider? The spider is huge, you guys. I have to show you. Hold on a second. I don't even know if it'll show up in the light. Do you guys see that spider? Look at that spider. That scares me. See, now you can see how dark it is out here. A nighttime vlog. Now I'm going to be scared that that spider's going to come over and get me. I'm gonna have to probably cut this short in a second because I'm getting scared of the spider. I'm not scared of spiders, but I also don't want spiders like crawling over me. Have you heard that like saying that like in your lifetime you swallow like 5 spiders or something, they crawl in your mouth while you're asleep? Is that true? Was that in like a horror movie or something? Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, I remember talking to my mom. I'd be like, you don't really ever listen to like, you know, folk music or anything. Like, she listened to Joan Baez and Arlo Guthrie and Judy Collins, like, was the main one, Bob Dylan. And, you know, Neil Young and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And she listened to all that music when I was growing up. She's the one that turned me on to all that music. And I remember I said something to her one time. I was like, you don't really listen to that music anymore. I mean, she did from time to time. But I remember she said, you know, it makes your mom sad a little bit to listen to that music. She was like, because that music is reminiscent of like a time of my life that has gone by. And I can remember she said something about like, I want to listen to new things that make me excited. She was like, I want to listen to happy music. Later in life, I mean, when we would talk and I'd come over here, she played Judy Collins albums and stuff like that, but she always loved reggae music, she did. And she'd say it made her happy. It made her think of like sunny days and summer and stuff like that, you know? I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm not going to watch the same Christmas movies that I did for the last 50 years of my life. I still will, you know? Miracle on 34th Street, I love. I just think, like, I want to watch new Christmas movies I haven't seen before. You know, like, I had never seen Elf until, like, 2 or 3 years ago. And I watched it, and at first I was like, I'm not into this. I don't love, like, slapstick humor. I think it's cheesy. But I really enjoyed Elf. Like, is it one of my favorite movies to this day? No, absolutely not. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was cute. There were really sweet scenes in it that I didn't expect. It was different than I thought it was going to be. And so I was like, the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix I really like. So I was like, you know what? I think this year, I'm going to review some of my favorites, like Smoky Mountain Christmas. Where is that spider? Oh, it's still over there on the wall. It's way down there now. I was like, where is she at? Girl, don't be coming over here getting on me. It's weird. I'm not, like, scared of, like, insects or spiders or mice or rats or anything like that. I'm not scared of that kind of stuff. But I also wouldn't want it crawling on me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't freak out about it. Like, if a spider was on me and if I had to, like, leave a spider, like, crawling on me, I could do it, like, for a challenge or, like, a reality show or something, or a spider crawling, or, like, a snake or a rat. I could deal with that. I wouldn't like it, but I could deal with it. Like, those aren't things that I'm, like, super, super scared of. But I don't know. Like, it's weird as I get older, like, nostalgic how things change. Like, I'm just such a storyteller, and both my parents were, and Caroline is, and everybody, I mean, Alex and his mom are storytellers. I'll always be a storyteller about, like, things from the past. And I enjoy that. But I don't know that, like, I don't know, there's certain, like, movies and stuff, like, when they come up, I'm like, I don't know that I ever need to see this movie again. Like, I feel like there's so many, but I'll tell you what's weird about it, too. I'm like, there's so many other movies that I want to see. When I did Peter's Movie Club last year, not this year, but last year, this year was a disaster. I didn't even follow through with it. But last year, when I did it, I picked all movies that were really nostalgic to me. And what was weird about it was, like, at the end of the movie, when I would review the movie on my Peter Does Stuff channel, I would talk about, like, if I would ever watch the movie again, or if I wouldn't. I can't remember. Like, I remember sitting out here watching Jackie Brown, because I was like, I would watch Jackie Brown again. That movie still is so fantastic. But, like, and I watched Man in the Moon. But, like, Man in the Moon hit so differently to me, like, with Reese Witherspoon than it did, like, when I first saw it. I'm trying to think of some other movies that I watched that were really, like, nostalgic of, like, my mom. Like, Trip to Bountiful, I still love that movie. But I still feel like that's a movie that you learn from as you get older. I'm trying to think of, like, a movie, like, Out of Africa is a good example. Like, I haven't seen Out of Africa in so long. I don't think I picked that for last year. Maybe it wasn't on Tubi, because I picked all movies that were on Tubi. I haven't seen Out of Africa in so long. I would love to see Out of Africa again, but it's not a movie that I would want to see, like, once a year. You know what I mean? the way we were, like, in all honesty, I think the movie would just make me sad. Like, if I never saw the movie again, I think I'd be completely fine. So it's weird as I get older, because those are movies that I thought, like, I would watch for the rest. I grew up on those movies. I thought, like, they meant so much to me, especially with my mom, that I thought I would just, like, watch them over and over and over again. I don't really have that desire anymore. And I don't know, it's something that just happened to me in, like, the last year. I think, like, I just have such a desire to live and try new things, which I was really never that person. You know, I was thinking about, like, being a creature of comfort, you know, and I still am. Like, I love, like, making the house nice, but it's the same kind of niceness every day. You know, I make the bed, I do this, the same things every day to make my house and my life cozy. But I also like, I mean, we travel to the same places and stuff like that. But even with traveling to the same places, like, I like to try new things. For a long time, I wasn't really open to that. Like, Alex and I were talking about planning some vacations, and like, even if we, like, you know, go here, like when we were in Vegas, he was like, let's try some different things in Vegas and whatever. And I was like, I want to go back to what we did, like, back in the day, like, just walking around. And he was like, I would love to do that. Because we always go kind of to the same restaurants and stuff like that. And Vegas was really fun because we just kind of played it by ear. And it was kind of like some of our first holidays that we had taken, our vacations out to Vegas. I don't know. I feel like maybe this next part of my life is, I think, working through my anxiety too a lot, and my OCD. I've kind of given up that need. Like, for me, I've, like, given up my need to try to control every outcome and realize that I can't, even if it doesn't feel comfortable, because it doesn't feel comfortable when you realize, I mean, there's, like, knowing and then realizing and accepting, right? And I think, like, I've known for a long time that I couldn't control outcomes of what was going to happen in the world, people, places, and things. I've known that for a long time. Knowing it and accepting it, or really realizing it, are two different things. I don't even think I'm there yet, but I think I get it, right? When you get there, then it's kind of like, a lot of those comfort things for me have been a way to keep my world very, very safe and comfortable. The battery just went to the halfway mark. I don't even know where I stopped it when I was logging before. But I think, like, it was a way for me to keep my life very comfortable and very safe. I still think it's that way, you know, like, when I, like, trim the candle before I take my nap so I can light it when I come up, you know, go to bed, or get up in the morning and put my wax melt. These people are running and riding bikes with all kinds of things on them and stuff. But anyway, and watch the shows, but, like, I don't know, this is such a silly conversation. Okay, I don't know, I just am feeling different about some of those things. Like, I was looking at my Christmas list and my Halloween movies last night. I was like, I want to watch some new stuff. I don't want to watch the same stuff over and over and over again. And for a long time, I think maybe, like, do you ever, like, go through a change and you don't realize it, like, until the change is done? And then it kind of scares you because you are like, where did that come from? It's like, for a long time, I was such, like, I would watch the same shows, the same movies over and over and over again. I can remember for a very long period of my life, before I got sober, I would watch, I have it in my VCR every night before I would go to bed, and literally turn it on and just, like, pass out from it when I was still drinking, To Kill a Mockingbird. I would watch it every night in this little TV VCR combination that I had in my bedroom, and that's what I would fall asleep to, like, literally every night, you know? And I still love that movie. Do I want to fall asleep to it every night? No. You know, I mean, I used to not be able to fall asleep unless I had a TV on with a movie in the background. I used to watch, for years, for a year solid, I watched that movie Black Rain with Christian Slater. Oh my God. I loved falling asleep to that movie. I don't know why, that movie. Have you ever seen it? I liked kind of adventure movies to fall asleep to because it felt adventurous. But, like, Alex can't sleep with the TV on. And so I just was like, okay, well, we won't sleep with the TV on anymore. Now I don't think I could fall asleep if the TV was on. You know what I mean? But I don't know what changed or when it started changing that I didn't want to watch the same shows over and over and over again. I think it was discovering new shows and realizing, like, Happy Valley, Broadchurch, Shetland, like, I love those shows. If I was just watching the same shows over again, I wouldn't be open to it. And for a long time, I wasn't open to new TV shows because I was like, no, I have all these comfort shows I just want to watch over and over and over again. What is this big delivery truck coming down here so late at night? What is going on? Someone's getting some deliveries. Anyway, I think they went the other way. I feel like I've been going through a lot of changes in the last couple of years without even maybe realizing that I was going through it. And now that I'm on the other side, I'm like, damn. Like I was talking about yesterday being like, this was such a transformative year. Yeah, yesterday was hard. Like, I felt really physically good and emotionally good the last 2 days. But, like, Alex and I were in bed last night, and we were talking about, I was like, are you doing okay? He was like, yeah, I'm doing okay. He's like, I thought a lot about Boo today, and we were talking a lot about Boo. Like, you know, I've said this before. Like, I'm not a person that... It was interesting, I was thinking about this last night. It's like, I'm not a person that celebrates, like, the death date. I understand that people that do that, and I respect that. For me, that's not what I do. And the reason I was thinking about it was because I was thinking a lot about it had been a year since Boo passed away. I think I was thinking more about, like, damn, it's been a year. Like, it seems crazy to me. Sometimes, like, I mean, we have Walter and Otis now, and a lot has changed, but sometimes it feels to me like it's been, like, 2 months. Like, it doesn't seem like that long at all. I think about the little guy a lot. And I don't know. Sometimes it feels like he was just here not too long ago. I miss him like crazy, but I'm doing okay with it. I really am, you know? Like, I think I just was so honest about my feelings with it, with, like, even, like, you guys were it was so cathartic for me to come over here and share at that time with what I was going on, or what I was going through with Boo. But, like, talking to my friends, and Alex and I sharing with each other in therapy, and, you know, I shared in meetings a lot about it, like, and not just about Boo's passing, but about the combined grief, which, by the way, a couple of you, like, reached out to me and direct messaged me about, like, hearing that term, like, really helped you. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Because hearing that from my therapist, the idea of combined grief that I talked about yesterday, really, really helped me too. Like, really changed my perspective on what I was going through. Like, was just super powerful and helped me. So I'm glad to, listen, it's not mine. I passed it on, you know? So, but I'm glad that that helped some people. But yeah, Alex and I were just like, we were sharing pictures and videos of Boo last night. And Pee-Pee and Tucker too, you know? And talking about, you know, it's just, it's different, you know, and Walter and Otis are completely different. And, you know, Alex was talking about, he's like, you know, it's funny because we were talking about their personalities. And he's like, I'm not with them all day long, so I don't see the things, like, and they've only been with us for 3 months now. He's like, I don't see the things that you see with them. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, you always talk about, like, Otis being, like, the alpha dog and, like, running things. He's like, that's not how I see it, because they're in bed with, you know, me, like, late at night and whatever. And he's like, I don't see it necessarily that way. And, he's been good with it. I mean, they're my dogs. I made that very, very clear. They're my dogs. He has been so helpful and so sweet with the whole thing. And, it's been good. It's been good to have them here. I thought it would be hard. Like, I think I was worried a couple weeks ago. I was thinking about it coming up on a year of Boo's passing. And I thought, I almost kind of was like, well, how am I going to feel about Otis and Walter? I don't know. Like, I even kind of said in my prayers last night, I was like, thank you, Boo and Tucker and Pee-Pee for sending these little guys our way. You know, somebody said to me not too long ago, they said, or sent me a quote or something, and they said, your last dog sends you your new dog. And I love that idea, even if it's totally made up and it's not real. I love that idea, you know? It's weird, the way that Otis and Walter came to us, and that it was just kind of this random thing. And I had said, I mean, I was thinking about this the other day, it's like, I don't think this deeply about it that much anymore because they've been with us for a while, but I really wanted a bonded pair. Like, I think you guys know that. Like, I really wanted brothers like Tucker and Boo. Like, there was such a special relationship between Tucker and Boo. Until Tucker passed away, they never spent a night apart. And it just was, they were litter mates. There was such a special relationship there. I wanted that. Not like imitated or replicated, but I wanted a similar relationship with that. And then with Pee-Pee, they were, like, so good with him, too. Is this my neighbor? Come out. My lord, you're scaring me out there. Do you have shoes on today? Oh, yeah. You better. So, and, like, with Pee-Pee, they were, like, they just had such a great relationship, the three of them, right? And I was thinking about this the other day, like, it's just so bizarre. Like, I mean, Walter and Otis are just the best of friends, and they sleep next to each other, they play all day together, they're just so good together, and there's just something about that relationship, and I thought, you are so blessed. Like, you have now had 2 littermate brother pairs. Like, and it just randomly happened. It wasn't like, I was like, no, 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 no to every dog, unless it was littermates. It just was so random how it happened, you know? I don't know, I feel very blessed about it. And I feel blessed about, I think, like, I'm at this place in my life where even though things are over or things have passed on, that I can still be grateful for the memories. And I am with that. Like, with the dogs, I'm so grateful for the time that we had with them. But me sitting here and being, I think it's important for me, if I'm sad, to feel sad. I don't want to stay stuck in being sad to the point where I'm missing out on other things. I think it's important for me to acknowledge my sadness and feeling sad and feeling my real feelings. I don't want to stay stuck in it. And that's where I'm at today, you know? And I don't know, that might change 2 days from now. 2 days from now, I might just be like an emotional mess. I don't know. But today I'm not. And I'm doing better than I thought I would at a year of Boo passing away. Seems surreal. But you know, 15 years we had with him. We had 15 years. It's a long time, you know? And I'm grateful for that time. I'm in a different place than I was a year ago in a lot of different ways. Not just with him, but in how I view the world, how I handle situations, peace and serenity, my calmness. I'm just in a different place today than I was a year ago. I just don't allow myself to get as rattled as I used to about stuff. I'm not talking about the Boo stuff, but just in general in life. Like, the goal of going into 2025 and really asking myself, where are you directing your energy? Where are you putting your energy has been super powerful to me, you know? And not getting as upset about some things that I wasted my energy on has allowed me to then put my energy into things that do matter, like missing the dogs. And really allowing myself to feel those feelings in those moments of being like, I really miss the dogs, you know? Because I'm not consumed with this stuff over here that doesn't matter. And I think I spent a lot of my life focusing on stuff that doesn't matter. So, okay, let's get to what I did last night. So last night, read my chapters and stuff. I read, I think, a chapter and a half, or I may have read all of today's chapter. I don't remember. But anyway, I have to look in my Kindle when I go inside. And then I watched... Did I watch Haul Out the Halloween, which is a Hallmark movie with Lacey Chabert first. And then I watched... Oh, no. Yes, I did watch that first because I started watching Shetland. I'm on season 8. Okay, so if you didn't hear me say this yesterday, I'll say this. Season 1 through 7 is Douglas Henshaw, and he plays Jimmy Perez, the main detective. I knew, because I had read an article or somebody told me about it, that there's a shift in, like, the detective changes. I didn't know what season it happened. It happens on season 8. He leaves at the end of season 7, and the new one comes in season 8, kind of. I mean, he leaves end of 7, but the new one kind of comes in at 8. I really thought, I was really worried, because it's only 2 seasons left, and then I guess they're filming the 11th season, or the 10th season right now. I was really worried. I was like, I'm not going to like her. Like, it's going to be a completely different show. I wasn't going to be into it. And when season 8 starts, it actually starts, I think, in Glasgow. And I was like, is this going to be, like, it's not going to be in Shetland at all anymore? I just couldn't get into it. Okay, I love her. And I love her and his, like, D.I. Tosh. I love their relationship already. And I'm really, really liking, the transition was good. Like, it's a completely different... I mean, she's completely different than Jimmy Perez, but I really, really like her. The show is so good at building characters that I don't know that it really would have mattered. There's been a lot of shifting of characters, but it's so good. Season 8 is really, really good, so I like it so far. So I watched that, and then I was like, oh my God. Oh, I was looking through Netflix for something, and I was like, the Eileen Wuornos show was coming up, the new one, Eileen, Queen of the Serial Killers. I did my reaction to it today. And I was like, how many parts is it? And I saw that it was like 1 hour and 55 minutes. Well, I knew that it was going to come on at 3 o'clock because shows on Netflix premiere, like if it's supposed to premiere on Thursday, it comes out at 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. So, like at 3:10, I started watching it. And I thought it was fantastic. I thought I was going to be so bored. I mean, I know everything about Eileen Wuornos. I know everything about Eileen Wuornos. And I thought I was going to be bored of it. I thought it was really, really well done. Really well done. But I will say this. It almost felt to me like, I said this in my reaction, that like, if you haven't watched other documentaries, if you just watched this and didn't know anything about Eileen Wuornos, I feel like it would feel like you were kind of like shorted a little bit. Like you didn't know the whole story. Because if you watch the previous 2 documentaries, Selling of a Serial Killer and the Life and Death of a Serial Killer, going into this one almost feels like a third part. But it's told from a different point of view. It's told from this woman that's like this artist in Australia. And she had this relationship with Eileen and wrote her back and forth for 8 years and was at her execution and stuff like that. It's very, very well done. And it's sympathetic towards Eileen in a way that I don't think any other documentary has been done. And but you can watch my reaction about that. So I watched that. And then when I finished that, it was like 3. So I watched 2 more episodes of Shetland. And then I went to bed. I had a hard time falling asleep last night. I was like in my head thinking about all this stuff. But anyway, and then I got up today and I started filming like at 1:30. And got the dogs and all that stuff taken care of and outside, and then brought them in, and then I started filming at 1:30, and it is now 7:30, and I haven't stopped. And I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna put these videos up, and then I'm gonna relax for the night and take my walk. And yeah, so It's going to be a good night. And tomorrow is Halloween. So happy Halloween Eve. Okay, I'm going to get off here now. I have to figure out the lighting situation for vlogs in the future. So I know that people don't love the vlogs inside. And I want to continue to vlog out here, but I don't know that I can vlog out here at 4 o'clock every day. You know what I mean? So the lighting is going to be bad sometimes. So, I don't know. Let me know if you prefer bad lighting or inside. Okay? Anyway, I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. Happy Halloween Eve. What did Mel text me earlier? She said, I think she said happy Devil's Eve or something like that. We crack up with each other. We were texting back and forth. Hold on a second. Happy Devil's Night. And I said you too. So we text each other every day, like, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday. So anyway, happy Halloween Eve. I hope you guys are having and happy Thursday. I hope you're having a magically amazing Thursday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.